great to be here with all of you. So just by way of a quick introduction, so my name is Nikki Watt, and I'm the CEO and CTO of a company called Open Credo. And yeah, we're based in London, and we're a hands-on software development consultancy. So we build systems for clients, and a lot of that is actually in the data space. So we're very keen on community, and we're involved in a variety of different communities in the software space that we operate in. And we're very keen to support Agile Data London in this, because it's very close to us as an organization in terms of where we want to focus. We believe data is a key part of what will really drive decisions in the world, and getting that right and to the right people is really important. So as Andrew said, we're hoping to really help support the move into the sort of hybrid world, where we can go back to meeting in person sometimes. And so we've got access to something called CodeNode, which will help us, which will allow for some of maybe the physical meetings to take place there. And yeah, we're just really keen as a company to be involved in that, and to get people together who are interested in really exploring more around the data space and grow that network. So I'm really excited to be part of that, and yeah, looking forward to meeting you all.
That's great. Thank you for joining tonight, and thank you for allowing us to kind of use some support to actually go physical. If anybody doesn't know CodeNode, it's a very famous location just near Moorgate in the east of London, near the financial centre of London, and it's a real hotbed of tech events, across different engineering disciplines and data, etc. So actually having the ability to host physical events in CodeNode is definitely a step up from what we've been doing previously with all this online stuff. We obviously did a few years ago, we did do a number of physical events, but obviously that's kind of had to change with the whole pandemic. But anyway, great to see you, Nikki. Thanks for coming on this tonight's session, and appreciate your support, and look forward to doing some really cool stuff in the future.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
Okay, I think it sounds like Ebru, you're trying to help out getting one of our speakers back on the session. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just kick into the context of it. So for anybody that doesn't know about data governance, obviously it's kind of a multi-dimensional topic. So I'm sure we're not going to do justice to it completely within this next hour and a half, but we're going to do our best. But you can see there's a number of different areas, and at the headline level, you could say it's this. People talk about people, process, platforms type of area. It's not just about putting new systems in and then saying bye, it's all going to be perfect. You've actually got to work out how you put the process in place. You've also got to work out how you make some policy decisions, because it's all about how do you manage risk, how do you manage compliance, how you manage the regulation if you're in a particular type of industry, and how you have the right organization structure and overlay structure to actually keep it alive. Unfortunately, I've been involved in data in some large and small companies over the last quite a few decades, and this is why I particularly wanted to do this topic for the group, because I think it's a really big topic, and I don't think anybody else has completely cracked it yet. I know people have cracked it in certain areas, but obviously this is the thing about the vibrant debate we're going to have tonight. So there's also this thing called MDM, which is Master Data Management, and a thing called Data Quality. And I know particularly one of the speakers we got on the panel tonight has got some views about how this fits together. So we'll pick up on that when we get into the actual panel discussion. So one of the things also I did some research on was about this thing about how long has it been going on. So is it a phenomenon that's been around for 20, 30 years? And how long have people actually been working on this? This is something from Blur Group, which is like an analyst firm, a bit like Gartner and Forrester. And they looked at this a few years ago, and you can see, obviously, there's a percentage of people who've been doing it quite a long time, over 5 years. Obviously, this is a snapshot from a few years ago, so obviously we probably need to refresh this as part of the research. But it just shows that it's not like you do it for a day, you do it for a week, and it's done. It is actually, you've got to put a sustainable type of approach to this and get this embedded into the organization and get the ownership and accountability, or in my Tesco days, we call it the RACI, who's responsible, accountable, consulted and informed to make it happen. And also, this was an interesting one that I know we had some just a pre-discussion with the panel before we came on this thing tonight. And this was a so you could say good and not so good view of the cross-functional. This is another blow take on the kind of the functional type of ownership and engagement. And as you can see, it's highly indexed towards the technology function, IT, and maybe less so on the business side. So maybe that's an interesting segue to what we're going to talk about in the panel about, is this a reality of where we really are? Is it still seen as very much as an IT initiative? Or is it seen as purely a technology initiative? How do you get the balance between those two extremes? Minon, you just asked the question, will we be able to receive a copy of the slides? Yes, if you want to see the zombies, I'm sure we can sort the slides out for you as well. If you've obviously if you've registered, we can obviously send the slides out as a pass for that as well. There'll be no problem. So that was Blur Group. So without any further ado, let's jump into our speakers. So our first speaker is Lara. I've known Lara for quite a few years. She's based in a very interesting location, which is a lot sunnier than London. So Lara, are you there? Welcome to the event.
Hello, good day to everyone, because I know we're all on different time zones. I'm in San Francisco here, and so I think the Australians do it best, and instead of saying good morning, good afternoon, I say good day to everyone.
Okay. And whereabouts are you joining today?
I am in San Francisco, California.
Oh, we're all jealous now. You see, we're all jealous. You just
bright and sunny here.
You're going to go straight to the beach after this event, aren't you? That's what you're going to do.
Not so. We're not really beachy on the north side of California. You live after the Los Angeles area, so yeah.
Okay.
Our beaches are quite cold.
So yes, so thanks for joining. And obviously you got it says here, founder of Data O'Cooley, and also an author. So I believe you had a little announcement that happened a few months ago.
Yes, I am the founder of Data O'Cooley, and that's a Greek word that basically means I love Greek and Latin actually. It basically means the highs of the data. That's the bullseye of the data insight. So you can interpret it different ways. So yeah, that is where I am with my data journey, and I just published my first book, Turning Data into Fortunes, and grab one, sensitize your whole environment with it, give it to your boss, give it to your colleagues, give it to your neighbors. It's easy to read for anyone trying to get into the data space, already in the data space, and just, again, it's written in a language that anyone can understand, and it's part of the advocacy.
Yeah, and I noticed Jason just joined as well, who's actually written the foreword in that book as well. So welcome, yes. Jason. So you got some fans in the audience, you see, Lara. Welcome anyway.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, so next speaker up is Nicola Askham. Known Nicola for quite a few years, and this was our first conversation actually quite a while ago about actually getting this event together. Because I know she's deep in data governance on a daily basis and lives and breathes it. So welcome, Nicola.
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, always never turn down an opportunity to discuss data governance, particularly with such a great crowd of people.
So where are you joining from today?
Oh, nowhere near as exotic as Lara. I'm just south of London on the borders with Kent. Okay,
nice. The Garden of Eden. Oh, there's not the Garden of England, it's supposed to be called, isn't it? Yeah.
It is indeed.
So your background is, I mean, obviously you've got your own business, but you spent time in industry, I think, before you got involved in this kind of the work you do now.
Yes, I was actually worked for one of the banks. I worked for Lloyds Bank here for many years, followed a career path, exactly what the bank said I had to do each time, and ended up actually being a project manager at some point. And I was doing project management for data warehouse.